Hello and welcome or welcome back. And this is part two of The Last of Us Listen Mode Effect in Unity. Now, in the last one, there was no player character like you see here. There was just a camera showing the effect itself. And there was no cinemachine involved or anything like that. So I wanted you to see what this would be like with an actual player and cinemachine cameras. And what I did was, besides adding the player and the cinemachine, I also updated the zombies shader. I created a new shader and shader graph, which uses like a Fresnel effect, and I created a new overlay camera for the player. And I'll tell you why, because I'm going to show you what it was doing in the last one real quick. Let's see here. Rendering, mixed, show the player, and take this new camera and set it not active. And I'll show you what was happening with the last tutorial that I didn't notice until I put a player in. If I go into listen mode now, you'll notice that they're being rendered on top of the player, which is not what we want. Okay. We want to see that player on top of them. So, God, that's such a cool shader on them now. Looks so good. So, what I did to fix that was I added a new overlay camera, like I did with the zombies, and a new layer, which I called player. And on the new camera, I set it to only render the player. Just like the zombie camera only renders the zombies, the player overlay camera only renders the player. That's it. All right. And then in the main camera, I added them both prospectively in the order they should be into the stack. Okay. So that the player is on top of the zombies now. So with this set like this, and if I go in, I need to reset this to not do the player. And when we play it again, you will now see that now Ellie is properly rendering over them instead of the other way around. Okay. Now, one thing I also did was on those overlay cameras, there's also a volume. Okay. And this is what's in charge of the color adjustments where I desaturate and make it black and white like in The Last of Us. Okay. If you don't know how to add a volume like that, you just click add component and then start typing in volume and it's right there. Okay. You just double click that and you get this. All right. And then when volume is open, it lets you add overrides. So you can add an override and then pick which one you want. All right. So for the overrides, I've added a bloom. Okay. And I've set it intensity really high and it's scatter and all that. These are my settings. And the bloom is what gives that Fresnel effect on the shader, the glowing you saw. So if you want it to be like this one, just like I said, on your overlay cameras, just make sure you add a volume and then add color adjustments to desaturate and do whatever you want to your liking. And then add a bloom and set it pretty high. And that's all part of the effect. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want, we'll go take a look at that shader real quick so you can see what I did. It's very basic because I'm not really great with shader graph or anything. So I made it as basic as possible. All right. And what I did was I created a new shader graph URP lit shader and then double clicked it to open it up and was brought here. I created 4 new parameters by clicking the plus button. 2 are colors and 2 are floats. All right, we've got a body color, a glow color, a strength, and a smoothness. All right. And then I went into the body here and I created a node and I just searched up Fresnel right there and double clicked it and created this Fresnel node. And then I did the same thing but with multiply and created a multiply node. And then I brought in the glow and dragged it down here. And I dragged the Fresnel effect into the top multiply and the glow into the bottom. Okay. And the glow, again, is just the color. And then I added another multiply node and I brought the last multiply into the top. And then I dragged in the strength down here and dragged it into the bottom. And then I dragged in my smoothness over here and put it into smoothness. And I dragged in the body color and put it into the base color. And that last multiply node I brought into emission. So as you can see, this is very basic. But even though basic, it really gets the job done well. So that's what I did there, and you can see it, and there, you can replicate that if you want. And that's about it. I believe that covers everything for the new updates in this series. And yeah, they look so much better now. The way kind of they should, really. I'm very happy with the results. And, I might just do a part 3 to this about making the character, and maybe I'll add more weapons and a holster, and maybe let her actually hunt down some zombies in the next one. Who knows? Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see that, because I'm thinking about doing it. But as far as the listen mode effect, I think this basically covers it. And it looks really good if you ask me. If you don't want to desaturate or the bloom effect, just don't add them like I did. And yeah, that's basically it for this one. So I hope you enjoyed part 2. And if you liked it, then hit the like button, please. All right, support the channel. If you're not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? It's free. First of all, it's a way to show your support for this channel for free. Second of all, and if you're ever not happy, just unsubscribe. It's that simple. I mean, but doing it shows your support to this channel, and it shows YouTube and their algorithm that it's a good video and it should be shown to more people. And just not enough people are doing that when they watch my videos. So I'd really appreciate it. Okay. And I'm working hard to try and earn your subscription. So yeah, what are you waiting for, man? So yeah, that's part 2. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, or part 3, peace out.